So as we think back on 2019, I'm very grateful for everything that's happened in my life. All the good, the bad, the okays. Always trying to have a positive spin on everything that happens in the circumstances. I'm a big believer in there's a reason for everything. So whether it's good or bad, if 2019 was a bad year for you, don't worry. It's all part of God's plan. It's going to work out. And moving into 2020, we're going to just keep trucking on with life and be faithful to everything we believe in and faithful for all the good things that are to come and what God has in store in our life. Every day that you're alive and breathing and above the ground, it's working out for you. It's working out for me. So that's thought number one as I'm leaving my house, getting ready to drop these clothes off. And I'm sure there'll be more coming around tonight, tomorrow. Today we'll actually be spending New Year's Eve here with my family. We're gonna make some traditional Filipino food that I had as a child. It's gonna be fun to show Erin. She loves learning to cook from my father. He's a great cook. He could open his own restaurant, but I think he likes to keep it in-house. So that's what the plan is tonight, and so we'll just head on out and start our day. Peace. We're here now at the Goodwill. Going to drop these clothes off to the gentleman over there. Seems to be in a good mood, so I'll follow up with you right when we get back. So unfortunately, with the holidays and stuff, they are really packed out. But they did take 2 of the bags because that was the maximum they can take. So we're gonna go ahead and just shoot over to Aaron's and find another Goodwill. Maybe they'll take the full-on load. If not, we'll probably have to jump around from Goodwill to Goodwill. We're in the car, we're ready to go, and Goodwill 2.0,
Here we come.
Second attempt. Let's do this thing. All right, you guys, we got all the bags submitted here at Goodwill off of Kylie and El Camino. They were kind enough to take all the bags, unlike the Goodwill next to my house that only took 2. So hopefully that all goes to a good place. Now we're gonna head over to a place called Santana Row. We got some errands to do there. If you're in the San Jose area, it is a great place to kind of just stop by, walk around, lounge. They got restaurants, they got shopping stores, they got Beta, which is a really cool store, one of my favorite stores, a really big tech store showing all the different kind of innovations out there. So yeah, let's all check it out, and we're gonna go from there and move along. Woo woo! We're here with some friends. It's been too long since I seen Karen.
Too long.
Rachel.
Hi.
So Karen is one of the Bay Area's top lawyers in
Corporate law.
Corporate law. So if you want to mess with corporate, right here, deal with her.
He says,
She'll shut you down.
I'm
She'll shut
like
you down.
the middle of chewing my boba. Like I look like the least professional.
It's gonna be good for the YouTube. And then Rachel does a lot of financial stuff for the whole city of San Francisco.
Oh my god.
She runs all the numbers. So She runs the whole Trans America building or whatever it is. So that's what she does for a living. They're great people. There's usually a third one, but I think today is just 2. Yeah. Usually we get the 3, but
not pictured today.
Maybe in the future we'll catch all 3 for sure.
Catch us in the wild.
So it's good to see them.
Likewise.
And we're gonna go to Lululemon and return my pants. Boom. Alright, you guys. We didn't film in Lululemon because it was a little hectic in there.
It was crazy.
So we did get the exchange. We got what we needed. Let me show you what I got. Here's the bag. And we just got a bag. It's awesome. This bag was $128, you guys. Just kidding. We got 2 pairs of pants that were on clearance. Good thing Aaron found it in the clearance section. We didn't know that Lululemon actually offers hemming for free. They'll do it for you. If they don't have the length pants that you need, they'll go ahead and do it for you there. So that's awesome. So that's why my bag is empty, but they said everyone gets a bag when you purchase something. So they were kind enough to just give me the bag and they'll get everything else hemmed. That's gonna be my pants for work, my pants for kind of business casual type events, and I'm gonna stick with the tried and true Levi's 514s for my casual everyday outing outside of work and whatnot. Now we're gonna go over to the grocery store. It is pretty dark in here, but we're running out of time because it is Christmas Eve and we don't know what time the grocery store will close tonight. Online it says midnight, but can't always trust the internet, people. Well, we're here now in the kitchen and we're about to get ready to make one of my childhood favorites. It's called Shu Bao. We got all the ingredients here. We got all of our hardware, our baking stuff. Instructions brought to you by my father. He's sitting on the couch right now. He doesn't want to be on the video yet, but he's gonna be working on the meat portion of this dish while we work on the dough. Right now the current time is 7:42 and we'll see what happens from here. So let's get making. Well, we just finished the liquid portion of the dough, so we're waiting for that to chill, and once we get that done, we'll be able to kind of continue on with the process, but right now, it's just a waiting time. Now earlier I was mentioning how my dad hasn't made this in a long time due to the labor of kneading the dough and stuff like that. Well, Aaron actually got a KitchenAid here for Christmas last year, and this is actually going to help eliminate that process completely. And instead, I remember when I was a child, I used to have to use the fork and the whisk, and I'll sit there for a while to make sure it's the right consistency. Now this little machine here, that is the new child right there. We're gonna call it the child, just like the Mandalorian. Okay, the child right here for baking and for making dough. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you're wondering why this foil's here and why Aaron is putting flour down, it's because we're gonna actually go with the old school way and knead the dough by manos. So the flour helps to not stick onto the foil. The foil is just to stay clean and helps the process of cleaning later on. So this is why you can now see we haven't made this in 8 years, because it takes a lot of hands and a lot of help. So we're gonna start kneading and then we'll move on to the next step, hopefully finishing before midnight so we can ring in that new year.
Okay.
Stay ready.
Nate, you good?
So we just learned how to knead and the consistency of what the dough needs to be like. Once you keep kneading, it actually gets to be really soft and it doesn't separate. So that's kind of what we need right here. Then we'll have some good food after. Hopefully my sister makes it after. She's at her brother-in-law's birthday party, so hopefully she can make it later on. But we'll see. We'll update. We just kneaded all the dough. We're gonna put it in some saran wrap so that the air doesn't let it get all dried out and hard while my dad is in the kitchen doing some stuff for the meat, the stuffing. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you over to the kitchen so we can see what my dad has been up to, and we'll go from there. What my dad is doing is making the stuffing that's gonna go into the dough. So he's been doing this since about 7 o'clock. Had to boil the chicken, and after boiling it, it was the quarter leg thigh is what it's called. I think I did get it on video. We'll backtrack and see if you got it. So what you do is once it's boiled, you gotta shred it all apart, pull the meat out, and kind of re-stir fry it with the sauce that you want. He's kind of, I don't know all the details, he's giving it to Aaron right now. So once it's finished, we're gonna stuff the dough that we just kneaded. So it's gonna be exciting. Woo! So the time now is 11:49. Actually, this whole time I think the clock has been ahead by 10 minutes or so. So it's actually like maybe 10:38 around there. But Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve has just started. Every year, once Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve starts, that makes it official. We're finally officially saying goodbye to 2019. Hello to 2020. So we'll just keep plugging away, cooking and baking through the night. See you in 2020. So we just found out that stuffing is ready to go, dough is ready, filling them up, and then get them steamed, and we should be eating by 12:45 possibly. So let's go. What I'm doing up on top of the refrigerator. That's why. These metal parts here is what we actually use to steam the pork bun, which is what we call shupao. This is my sister, who I said was gonna be on the vlog eventually, and my brother-in-law Rodney. They're here for the New Year's Eve festives.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Sorry I look exhausted right now, but it's been a long day.
No autographs. No autographs today. No autographs today. Well, friends, this is the final product. All this work for this right here, this moment. 2020 is here, 2019 is gone, and we're gonna take a bite of this shupao right here. Really good. So worth it. What do you think, Rodney? You like it? Excellent.
It's been 15 years since I had my last shupao, but this time I have my husband here who is trying it for the first time.
That stuff was awesome. Oh yeah.
Well, guys, it's been a very long day, but that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, all of 2019, what I'm really grateful for is for the love of my family, my friends, my church family, and everybody else that is always around to support. But in 2020, We're looking forward to more of this. Super excited. Alright, you guys. Well, logging out. Still don't have a slogan at the end of my whatever you want to call these. So as of right now, we're just going to transition to a black screen. Whoppa!